Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the lecture of literature review. In the last lecture, we started the topic literature review, and now we are going to finish the topic. In the literature review chapter, when you're writing the contents of a research report, when you write the chapter of literature review, we discussed that what exactly is the literature review, why do we add it, what is the importance of writing the chapter of literature review, and what exactly do we add in it, why is it important, what things are to be kept in mind when we are writing the literature review chapter. So things that we discussed, there were the 5 key factors that we discussed, that if they are there, we will be able to write a good literature review chapter. So these are the 5 key steps that we discussed in the last lecture, that you have to search for the relevant literature. Obviously, the topic that you have selected for research, it needs the relevant literature. Obviously, as we said, that literature is all the content, all the literature that is being researched before us. Means we selected a topic and now we want to check, we want to look what others have done in this domain, what others have done in this area. So basically, when you look for the relevant literature, relevant to our field, then that becomes the first step. In the second step, when you have selected the relevant literature, then you must check and evaluate the sources. Means the all the sources that you have selected, all the content that you, all the literature that you have selected, now you have to evaluate that. When you are actually evaluating, means you are going through those papers, you are studying them. And in evaluating sources, I also told you that this is very important that you make the citations, and I told you that I will be telling you how to make those citations. Usually we use some softwares. The most simplest one is the Microsoft Word. You can use Microsoft Word software to make your to enter your citations, and once you enter your citations, all those citations together, they make the bibliography of your research review chapter. In fact, the whole research report. So now, today we are going to discuss the rest of the 3 key steps. The third one is the identifying of theme, debates, and gaps. When we just say that we have to identify the theme, debate, and gap, that means what actually we are doing. We want to go through this content. We want to go through the literature that we have downloaded or have achieved in any form. Now we have to know, now we must know what exactly is the theme that we are looking for. Means what theme is being followed in our research, and what theme is being followed in the other authors researches. सो वट एवर दे हैव रिटन, जो भी थीम उन्होंने लिखा है, जो भी थीम वो लेके चले हैं, हमने वो आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि किसी और रिसर्च में ये थीम कैसे फॉलो हुआ है और ये थीम मेरी रिसर्च में कैसे फॉलो हो रहा है. सो दिस इज समथिंग वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई what theme exactly is being discussed in that work. Because जब तक आप ये नहीं करोगे, you will not be able to exactly locate where your work stand. Means आप उस सारे काम को देख ही इसीलिए रहे हो, आप उस सारे काम को रिव्यू ही इसीलिए कर रहे हो, because you have an idea that this work is actually in the same field as is yours. So बेसिकली जब तक आप उसको उसमें एग्जैक्टली आइडेंटिफाई नहीं, अब ऐसी ही बात है कि अगर फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम वर्किंग ऑन फेसबुक एंड समवन एल्स आल्सो हैज डन वर्क ऑन फेसबुक, बट जब आप उस पेपर को पढ़ोगे, आप उस रिसर्च पेपर को पढ़ोगे, तो आपको आइडिया होगा कि ओके, दिस रिसर्च हैज बीन डन ऑन फेसबुक, बट ये तो बिल्कुल ही उसका कोई टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट है. द थीम डजंट मैच विद माय थीम. So obviously that research is not meant for you. So basically ये बहुत important है कि आपको XYZ कोई भी सिर्फ अपने कीवर्ड के साथ जाता हुआ, obviously in the second step आपने सारे वो sources इकट्ठे तो कर लिए हैं. You have all those information, all that literature with you, but now the third step is actually that you're going to go through that literature. Now you have to identify what is what. और जब तक उसको पढ़ोगे नहीं तो तब तक आप उसका थीम आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर सकते. डिबेट्स मींस किसी भी पेपर में क्या डिबेट हुई है, क्या किस मौजू पर बात हो रही है, एंड डेफिनेटली द गैप्स. मे बी रिसर्च, जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी कि एक फेसबुक पे रिसर्च हुई है और वो आपको लगता है कि वो फेसबुक ओके, वो रिसर्च हुई है लेकिन वो बिल्कुल टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट है, तो इसका मतलब है उसको तो फिर आप टोटली लाइक मतलब वो तो आपकी उसमें से निकल गया कि यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज दैट use that paper. But what if someone has done something, just say for example, if someone has said that the social media has a lot of visual impact, okay, and you have just discussed one or two social media platforms and you haven't discussed all of them, so that means there is a margin that you can discuss them, those aspects which are not being discussed in those papers. That means you're filling the gap. So basically स्टेप 3 में आप जब लिटरेचर रिव्यू करना शुरू करते हो और आप पेपर पढ़ना शुरू करते हो, तो आप बेसिकली स्टेप 3 कर रहे होते हो. मींस आप थीम आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे होते हो, आप उसमें चेक कर रहे होते हो कि क्या किसके बारे में डिबेट हुई है, एंड थर्डली you actually identify what are the gaps in those studies that can be improved and that can be bridged in your study. So, to begin organizing your literature reviews, argument, and structure, you need to understand the connections and relationships between the sources you have read. Obviously, यही जो बात मैंने भी आपसे सारी कही है, आपने जितने sources अभी तक पढ़े हैं, आपको आप basically connection build करने हैं. रिव्यू लिटरेचर चैप्टर का मकसद ही यही होता है दैट ऑलरेडी जो लिटरेचर लिखा हुआ है उस पर आपने उससे अपने काम तक बेसिकली it's actually constructing a bridge between the work that has been done and the work that you are going to do or you're doing. So basically this literature is a bridge in between them. So when you build a relationship and you're trying to find that relationship and you're trying to build that connection, so basically that is what you're doing in writing the literature review chapter. उसमें जो आर्ग्यूमेंट है, उसमें उसका जो स्ट्रक्चरिंग है लिटरेचर रिव्यू के चैप्टर का, दैट इज ऑल डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू. हाउ यू टेक दोज पेपर्स, आप उन पेपर्स को किस तरह पढ़ के उनसे क्या आपने परसीव किया है और अब आप उसको किस तरह से लिखते हो. बेस्ड ऑन योर रीडिंग एंड नोट्स यू कैन लुक फॉर. अच्छा, अब ये दो तीन चीजें हैं जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यू हैव टू लुक फॉर द ट्रेंड्स एंड पैटर्न्स. Means do certain approaches become more or less popular over time? बहुत दफा ये होता है कि आपने कोई एक टॉपिक सेलेक्ट किया and you felt that there is a lot of work already being done in this field, and with time इससे ज्यादा कुछ चीजें हैं जिन पर के काम हो रहा है. So why not to switch my work to in that direction? Sometimes you get a feeling that and maybe you are working on the aspect that is less researched before और उसके कुछ और aspect पहले research हो चुके हैं. तो इसका मतलब है कि maybe you are researching the most popular approach and that most popular approach is less explored earlier. So basically आपको trend check करना है, आपको trend and patterns check करने हैं कि कितनी उसी अप्रोच में काम हुआ है और कितना काम उस अप्रोच में नहीं हुआ हुआ. Themes, as I said, उसका theme क्या है? What questions or concepts recur across the literature? Recur means they are repeating themselves. आपको लगा कि आपने 3, 4, 5, 6 पेपर्स रिव्यू किए और उन सारे पेपर्स में आपको क्या लग रहा है कि एक ही थीम रिपीट हो रहा है. So that means कि उन themes में उन papers में वो जो एक ही theme की recurring है, that means that is the most popular aspect of the research. So ये एक आपको idea लेना है कि ये चीजें हो रही हैं. Debates, conflicts and contradictions. Where do sources disagree? Obviously हमें ये भी देखना है कि if you have taken a paper और वो उसकी debate बिल्कुल किसी और direction में जा रही है, and the angle of and the perspective of research that you have selected वो बिल्कुल किसी और direction में है. So definitely this might be called a conflict, this might be called a contradiction, this might be called a disagreement. So these all are the terms that you can use while writing your literature review chapter. Pivotal publications. Are there any influential theories or studies that change the direction of the field? Sometimes आपको अपने ही काम में, अपने ही सब्जेक्ट में कुछ ऐसी रिसर्चेस मिलती हैं जो आपको लगता है कि they were actually the game changers. आपको वो एकदम बहुत strongly एक strong किस्म की publication नजर आती है. So obviously that means that maybe you might be giving much importance to that publication because in your view, in your point of view, that was a very important study, and you think that the most agreeable study is and publication is that. So आप उसको importance दे सकते हो. Gaps. What is missing from the literature? Are there weaknesses that need to be addressed? Obviously, when you do some research, this doesn't always happen that you find some gaps in them. It's not always important and it's not always applicable, but sometimes you feel, जैसे मैंने आप लोगों से कहा था कि some topics are much explored in different other fields but might not be in fashion design or might not be in textile design. So the execution plan also actually dictates what your research would be. So अगर आपका टॉपिक इतना अनयूजुअल नहीं है लेकिन उसकी जो एग्जीक्यूशन है वो अनयूजुअल होने लगी है, तो ऑब्वियसली आप that is something, a gap that you are as a researcher trying to fill. This step, when you read the literature and you identify the trend, you identify the theme, you identify what is the differences, you identify what is the most which one is the most strong research, and obviously if there are gaps. When you do all this, this step will help you work out the structure of your literature review and, if applicable, show how your own research will contribute to existing knowledge. When you do a research, हम सब की ख्वाहिश तो यही होती है कि हमारी रिसर्च एक बहुत strong role play करे. We do that effort because we want to contribute, we want to add in the field. Every researcher actually wants this. So basically, when you do this step of going through the literature and identifying themes, gaps, everything that is important, what are you doing? You are actually planning to structure your literature review chapter. So coming to the step 4, outline your literature reviews structure. अब आपने थर्ड स्टेप में ये किया कि आपने सारा लिटरेचर एक दफा रिव्यू कर लिया पढ़ने में, means you have read everything, and as we discussed in the step 2, that while reading those papers, while going through those papers, what we do, हम उसके important parts भी identify, bracket कर सकते हो आप, identify कर सकते हो by underlining, by highlighting, by mentioning and by adding citations. ये सारी चीजें आप साथ साथ करते जाते हो, because obviously if you have downloaded, for example, 25 papers, so out of those 25 papers there would certainly be 10 or 12 papers which would be very relatable. They would be very important for your study. So why to mix them again? So the best way is to make the citations of those papers which you think are the most relatable, and in that way आप उनको एक तो अलग कर लोगे और आप उनको अच्छी तरह आपने उनको पढ़ भी लिया है। उसके बाद आपने आइडिया कर लिया कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली देयर थीम इज, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन देम, व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन देम. सो ये सब करने के बाद नाउ द फोर्थ स्टेप इज यू नाउ आउटलाइन योर रिव्यू लिटरेचर स्ट्रक्चर, कि अब आपको समझना है कि मुझे अपना लिटरेचर रिव्यू का चैप्टर लिखना कैसे है. There are various approaches to organize the body of a literature review chapter. You should have a rough idea of your strategy before you start writing. Depending on the length of your literature review, you can combine several of these strategies. For example, your overall structure might be thematic, but each theme is discussed chronologically. When we say chronologically, that means we are following some step by step happening. Means मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम जब हम लिटरेचर रिव्यू चैप्टर लिखने लगते हैं तो हमारी जो बेस्ट अप्रोच होती है, इन माय व्यू एटलीस्ट, मुझे यही एंगल अच्छा लगता है, यही पर्सपेक्टिव अच्छा लगता है लिटरेचर रिव्यू को लिखने का, दैट यू फॉलो द थीम. मीन्स यू आइडेंटिफाई द, आपको याद होगा हमने फर्स्ट स्टेप में कीवर्ड्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया था. According to those keywords, आपने literature find out किया. When you identify the words with the literature, with the keywords, आपने उसको identify कर लिया. Now with every keyword actually become your theme. So 3 keywords, 4 keywords. That means you are going to have 4 themes in your literature review chapter. And in every theme, अगर आप पेपर्स को डिस्कस करते हो क्रोनोलॉजिकली, मींस पहले क्या हुआ, फिर क्या हुआ, फिर क्या, वो जो स्टेप बाय स्टेप जिस तरह होता है, आप क्रोनोलॉजिकली अगर डिस्कस करोगे हर थीम को, तो वो और जैसे कहना चाहिए कि उसकी जो द बॉडी ऑफ द चैप्टर विल बिकम मोर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड. सो बेसिकली दिस ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन योर अप्रोच, आप उसको किस तरह से लेके चलना चाहते हो. थीमेटिक. If you have found some recurring central themes, you can organize your literature review into subsections that address different aspects of the topic. As I said, मेरा एक अच्छा मतलब जो मुझे पसंद है वो thematic है. When I did my thesis, I also wrote it in the literature review chapter. I wrote it thematically. Means every keyword that I had identified out of my research title, according to those themes, I wrote my literature review chapter. So basically, these are the recurring central themes. वो आपके central themes जो बार बार repeat हो रहे हैं, उनके accordingly भी आप अपने literature review के chapter को organize करते हो. और उसमें आप करते क्या हो, you make the subsections. Means subsections, sub divisions आप करते जाते हो अपने chapter की. Theoretical. A literature review is often the foundation for a theoretical framework. You can use it to discuss various theories, models, and definitions of key concepts. Basically, all either you're doing your research. हम सभी, either the people working in the sciences or in the humanities, in the social sciences, everyone actually do the research practically. आप experimental research कर रहे हो, आप correlational कर रहे हो, आप causal comparative कर रहे हो, आप आपकी research का जो angle है वो totally descriptive है in every way. In every, आपकी research exploratory है, आप किसी भी तरह से कर रहे हो, आपकी जो research है वो theory and practical का combination है या नहीं है. In either case, you always have a practical part as well as a theoretical part. And in your, basically, जो literature review है, ये actually आपके पूरे theoretical part की foundation बना देता है. आपका जो theoretical, जो आपका जो research report है, उस research report का जो पूरी एक तरह की आप कह लो कि base है, वो ये literature review का chapter बनाता है. And in that, what you do, you discuss different theories, you discuss different definitions of your key concepts. Coming to the last step, that is the step 5. Now you are on the point of starting writing your literature review chapter. Like any other academic text, your literature review should have an introduction, a main body, and a conclusion. What you include in each depends on the objective of your literature review. If object means if you say that what is the objective of my literature review means uh, are you just doing the review just for the sake of review? Sometimes we do it that you just read a scholarly article and you write a you write a review of that literature. But sometimes, and most of the times, and as you guys are doing, this is the part of your research. Means आप research कर रहे हो, you have to write a research report, and writing the literature review chapter is an integral part of that. So what to do then? What you have to do is that you have to what you have to include in your literature review chapter, that your chapter should have an introduction. Obviously ये हम हमेशा हर chapter पे हमने बात की, when we wrote the introduction, when we wrote the methodology, when we'll be writing the findings chapter, and now we are talking about the literature review chapter. In every chapter you have to give an introduction of the chapter first, what this chapter is about, why are you writing this chapter. So an introduction, अ मेन बॉडी मीन्स अब पूरा जो स्ट्रक्चर आपका चलना है जिसमें हमने बात की कि हम अगर थीमेटिकली चलें तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लिखा जाता है, और एंड फाइनली अ कंक्लूजन. Introduction. The introduction should clearly establish the focus and purpose of the literature review. आपके इंट्रोडक्शन में ये डिस्कस होना चाहिए कि इस लिटरेचर रिव्यू को लिखने का मकसद क्या है और आप इसको क्यों लिख रहे हो और आप इसमें किस तरह के आइडिया को एक्सप्लोर करने जा रहे हो. Reiterate your central problem or research question and give a brief summary of the scholarly context. Now what you have to do is जब आपने इंट्रोडक्शन देना है तो उसमें आप अपने सेंट्रल प्रॉब्लम और रिसर्च क्वेश्चन को डिस्कस करते हो, एंड देन यू गिव अ ब्रीफ समरी ऑफ द स्कॉलरी कॉन्टेक्स्ट कि आपने इसमें कितने पेपर डिस्कस किए हैं, कितना काम डिस्कस किया है, किन पर्सपेक्टिव्स को, किन एंगल्स को आपने डिस्कस किया है. Coming to the body of the chapter means हमने तीन ये divisions की थी, the introduction, the main body and the conclusion. So introduction में आपने क्या लिखना है? You have to discuss the key question of your research. Then you have to discuss a brief of the scholarly articles that you have discussed in your chapter. Then you write the body. Depending on the length of your literature review, आज आप में से कुछ कोई एक स्टूडेंट पूछ रहा था कि मैम कितना होता है लिटरेचर रिव्यू, अगर हमें एक पेपर का रिव्यू करना हो तो वो कितना होता है. That is totally dependent on how well you can write, how well you think, how well your ideas come to your mind, um, how good are you in going through someone's work and critically analyzing the work and giving a comment on it. So this all depends on you. This all depends on the researcher. आप कितने स्ट्रांग हो रिव्यू करने में, आप जितने स्ट्रांग होगे रिव्यू करने में आप उतना ही स्ट्रांगली उसको लिखोगे. You might want to divide the body into subsections. As I told you, you can use a subheading for each theme, time period or methodological approach. आप जिस भी चीज के अकॉर्डिंगली, जिस भी थीम के अकॉर्डिंगली आपने अपनी डिविजन की है लिटरेचर रिव्यू के चैप्टर की, you can give a appropriate heading according to that. Analyze and interpret. This is very important. Sometimes when we write the research review chapter, we usually think that it's just mentioning of someone's work, that this person has done this person has wrote this, इसने ये लिखा, इसने ये किया, इसने वो किया. बस इससे कहीं बेहतर है that you analyze the work, because this is a review. This is not just the rewriting. It's not the rewriting, it's the review. You have to analyze and then you have to interpret. Don't just paraphrase other researchers and your own interpretations. Add your own interpretations where possible, discussing the significance of findings in relation to the literature as a whole. When you discuss someone else's work's findings, that actually help you a lot. Means you are actually you're actually building a platform for everything that others have done and that you are doing or you have done. You actually are building a connection. You are building a platform where all the studies are actually coming at one point. So basically, this is something very important, that you discuss the significance of findings in relation to the literature as a whole. And the next is the conclusion. The last part of the chapter would be conclusion. ये हम लिखने की बात कर रहे हैं कि final, the last step is the writing of the literature review chapter. When you write it, you divide it into three parts. Well, first is the introduction. In the introduction, you write your research question, and then you explain the main idea of what your key concepts are, और आपने उस पर scholarly articles किस तरह के select किए हैं और किस तरह का काम किया है. Then you write the main body को आप thematically divide भी कर सकते हो, और उसके बाद finally you are going to write the conclusion. In the conclusion, you should summarize the key findings you have taken from the literature and emphasize their significance. Actually, when you write the conclusion, आप करते क्या हो कि अब आप from all the studies जो आपने add की हैं main body में, all the studies that you have added, you now are going to summarize the key findings कि उन सब में से आपने crux क्या निकाला, आपको उसमें सब में से अब समझ क्या आया कि आप कहाँ हो, आप कहाँ स्टैंड करते हो, आपकी स्टडी कहाँ स्टैंड करती है, आपकी स्टडी क्या ऐड करने जा रही है, ये सब चीजें जो हैं, you are actually going to summarize all that, and you are going to emphasize on the importance and significance of every study that you have added in your literature review chapter. If the literature review is part of your thesis or dissertation, as it is, show how your research addresses gaps and contributes new knowledge, or discuss how you have drawn on existing theories and methods to build a framework for your research. Again and again, this thing is repeatedly being told to you that you are writing the research literature review chapter for your thesis, and when you write that, you have to tell the reader where were the gaps, how are you going to fill those gaps, how are you going to work on the idea of yours, and what has been done in that specific field, and what are the theories and what are the different methods that has been discussed before, and according to that, how you have built a framework of your research. So guys, this is the chapter of literature review. I hope following the lectures you will be able to write the literature review nicely when you will be writing your research report. As an assignment, as I discussed that in today's class with you guys, that we will be having an assignment in the forthcoming week. You are going to have an assignment as well as a presentation on you are going to look for some scholarly articles related to your topic. Then you will be finding at least 3 articles, and then out of those 3 articles you will be selecting the most appropriate one, and you will be reviewing that article, and according to that review you will be giving a brief presentation in the class. So I hope this chapter and this lecture is going to help you guys in making your presentation first and then writing your literature review chapter. Okay, so that is all from my side. Inshallah, we'll be meeting in the next week. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.